Hello everyone, Chad Stevenson here with Vern Eide Honda in Sioux City, Iowa. Today we're going to give you a look at the 2020 Honda Pilot. The one we're showing you today is the EXL trim, but Pilot is available in 6 different trim levels and 8 different color options. The silver one we have here today is a very good looking vehicle, a lot of metallic flake in the paint, very sharp color. Starting at the front of the vehicle, what we're going to notice are LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, and fog lights. These are going to be standard high beams, but these are automatic. So in a certain situation where it's too dark, these are going to kick on automatically. As soon as they sense light coming from another vehicle, they're going to go right back down to your low beams. Looking at this beautiful chrome grille coming across the front of the vehicle adds a lot of style. And then we're going to notice the enlarged H symbol on the front. That's actually going to double as a cover for our Honda sensing system, which we're going to cover a little bit when we get to the interior of the vehicle. Moving around to the side here, what we're going to notice is 18-inch alloy aluminum wheels. You can get up to a 20-inch in upper trim levels on these as well. And then if we notice down the side too, we're going to have beautiful style lines, just adding a nice aspect to the vehicle. Moving to the interior, as long as we have our key fob with us, all we have to do is touch the handle, it's going to unlock, and then we can have access to the inside. So on the interior of the vehicle, what we're going to find are buttons here for memory seating. So we can program up to 2 different drivers, and actually on the back of your key fob, you're going to notice driver 1 and driver 2. So you can even set specific things to the key fob itself. Looking at power windows, power locks, all those creature comforts we're used to nowadays. We're going to have a power seat here with power lumbar support for the driver, and we're going to have a power seat for the passenger as well. We're also going to see a beautifully designed leather interior on this vehicle, and that's going to come in a variety of color options just depending on the exterior color that you go with. All right, on the interior of the vehicle, guys, as long as we have that key fob with us in our pocket or in your purse, whatever works, we just put our foot on the brake, hit the button, and that's going to start the vehicle. Now what we're going to notice up here is a user interface for the driver. You're going to have all sorts of different things up here that we can look at. Things like oil change intervals, the power distribution to your tires, all sorts of things. Moving down to the steering wheel, we have very comfortable and very well placed buttons and controls. On the left-hand side, what we're going to have are the arrows to navigate that user interface there for the driver, as well as volume controls, our voice commands, and answering and hanging up phone calls. On the right-hand side, what we're going to find is the buttons for our Honda sensing. So here we're going to have adaptive cruise control. As we press this, what we're going to notice on the screen is going to be a different set of lines, and what those are going to represent are the intervals of how far you want to maintain a distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Right here, what we're going to have is our lane keeping assist, and this is going to activate between 45 and 90 miles an hour. When these little hash marks on the screen here fill in, that means that the system is active and it is working. It's going to read the lines of the lane, and it'll help center you in between those. Moving on over to the touchscreen, what we're going to have here is an 8-inch display. This is full color. We're going to be able to access pretty much everything we need to on the vehicle, things we want to personalize through the settings, things like being able to lock and unlock the doors how you want them to be locked and unlocked. We also have a feature for auto walk-away lock, where you get 6 to 8 feet away from the vehicle and it's going to lock itself. We're also going to notice buttons here for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If we were to hook that up, what we're going to do is we're actually going to be using a different layout here, one that is more similar to what Android phones look like or what Apple phones look like, and it's just a little more user-friendly. If you're not comfortable using Honda system and you prefer to use Android and Apple's, it's a very easy process. Another bonus with using Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is you're able to actually use your maps from your phone, project that directly onto the screen. With that, you're going to get turn-by-turn notifications over the speakers. Really makes the driving experience nice. Saves you a little bit of money without having to have the factory integrated GPS navigation. Down here, what we're going to have is our climate controls. What we're looking at here is a tri-zone climate. So we actually have 2 separate climate settings for the passenger and the driver, and we actually have a different climate setting for the rear. All of that is controlled from up here, and there's also settings in the back for people to control it themselves. Heated seats for the driver and the passenger. We're going to have USB ports and a power outlet. Here we've got our shifter, and then this one is very interesting. So this is actually going to give us different drive modes for the all-wheel drive system. Now in the Midwest where we're located, The big one that we're going to use is going to be snow mode, but there's also an option for mud and sand, just depending on whatever your driving situation is. Now, when we put this into snow mode, what this is going to do is essentially lock in the all-wheel drive system. It's also going to rework the transmission, going to be able to give us better traction for adverse weather conditions. All right, as we move to the rear of the vehicle, what we're going to notice are LED taillights, LED brake lights, also an LED third brake light up here as well. Also, what we're going to have is our backup camera. This is going to offer us 3 different viewing angles. On the EXL trim and above, we have a one-touch power tailgate. This is also programmable, so you can program the height depending on how much clearance you have in your garage or wherever you're going to park your vehicle. Moving away, we can go ahead and hit the button here, and it's going to drop back down. Now, in the upper trim levels, Pilot does offer the hands-free access, which is a little kick motion, and that's going to open up for you as long as you have your key fob on. Moving on, checking under the hood of the 2020 Honda Pilot, what we're going to find is a 3.5 liter V6 engine. It's going to make about 280 horsepower. Very fun to drive, but also we're going to notice the badge here that has Honda's EarthDream technology. This is going to help stay very efficient for you. Really, everything else that we're looking under here for most basic maintenance, Honda takes it and makes it really easy. So we've got blue, yellow, red, everything that's going to be color coordinated for like your regular fluids and stuff that the average person is going to be wanting to change. This is also going to be offered in 2 different transmissions. This one is with a 6-speed. We also have the very efficient 9-speed transmission in the Touring and above, and that's going to come with a push-button shifter. Thanks again for joining me today, guys. If you need any more information on this vehicle or any other one, be sure to check us out at VernEideHondaSiouxCity.com. Look forward to seeing you around. Thanks.